question isn't should he play one-on-one, Bill, because he plays one-on-one before every game. I think you got to find a way to play well without, having to get elbowed in the eye before every game. But obviously, I think I just said to Abby in the post-game interview, I think he felt okay. It was more of a vision thing. How well could he see? And he was saying he could see pretty well, and the doctors felt good about him playing. They stitched him up. I think it looked a little worse than maybe it felt, which is good. I think that's an obvious statement. It doesn't look real good. But I thought he played great. I thought he played really well. And, hey, we have to take, when we play that way, we're going to be a little bit smaller on the interior, but we can play really skilled on the, at the end of games like that. And I just felt like, if we were giving up twos, but we had the ability to get twos or maybe threes, we were going to be able to hold on.
Brad, this is Evan's third triple-double in just about a month, and also his third career. What is it in your system that is just bringing it out?
Yeah, it's not anything to do with me. I think the one thing is he plays in a lineup where he has the ball a lot, and he's probably never had the ball that much before. As far as playing the point, Marcus can play the point when they're in together as starters. And then, but even today, like Isaiah was in and with both Evan and or Marcus, and we put Isaiah off the ball a little bit because that stretches your defense. They have to honor Isaiah at the wing, which sometimes opens up rollers or give him a drive and kick off of a live dribble. So Evan is playing well, but it's not like he's forcing anything. He's just playing good basketball. He's got the ball in his hands a lot.
Coach, just speaking of not forcing things, Tyler Zeller, particularly at the beginning of the game, just seemed to be in the right spot constantly. How do you go about getting that out of him, but not really forcing the issue?
Well, we run a lot of things that are around him. It's just a matter of he's the guy open or somebody else is pulling in and helping and somebody else is open. So his roles are really important. The way he runs the floor is really important. He's got great hands. He's got that little flip shot that he's very good with. And today we were fortunate because I felt like Tyler gave us one kind of effectiveness against him, and then Kelly gave us a whole different kind of effectiveness against him. Both were very effective.
And also, just the job that you guys did in the Hibbert really was a non-factor for the most part in the first half. We made a few baskets in the third, but for the most part, he wasn't able to dominate the action. No,
he dominated us the first two games of the year, scoring-wise. I think he might have had 50 combined in the first two games. But we've trapped him a lot more. We've brought traps from different places. We've gotten better at our traps. And we've also picked our spots where we're just going to play them straight up. I thought everybody played them well, with the exception of a couple of fouls here or there.
Coach, was this the type of game collectively that you were looking for, obviously, in terms of effort, coming off of Charlotte and keeping guys on track?
Yeah, the effort was really good. We talked about it before the Charlotte game. We have to play with a defensive DNA, and the last two games we have. But it's one of those things like you don't. Now all of a sudden it's not part of who we are. We have to make it part of who we are every day, and that's got to continue to be the emphasis. And I think it's a good emphasis to have because you're focused only on what you can control and nothing else.
Brad, kind of following up on that, the way the team has responded this week and maybe being a little more short-lived excitement, knowing you've got another one on the horizon against another team in front of you in the East on Friday.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't sense anything more than business as usual. I know that you guys might hear different stuff when you're in the locker room. You probably spend more time in the locker room than I do, to be honest. But I think it's guys are just trying to do their jobs well. They're pretty connected. They like each other. They're willing to be good teammates, and they're working really well. We're not able to practice much, but our shoot-arounds have been good. And, you know, my goal right now is to play with a clear mind and play fresh and try to do it as much as we can.